l'édition mauricienne du Beachcomber World Club Dance. Je reconnais les visages, donc merci pour votre fidélité. Est-ce que j'ai besoin de vous présenter ceux qui sont en retard? Peut-être pas, mais vas-y quand même. Alors, l'honorable Stéphane Troussat, vous connaissez, ministre du Transport, M. François Moulin, Chief Sales and Marketing du Beachcomber, Kevin Malka, qu'on n'a pas besoin de présenter, président de la Rugby Union, Heineke Meyer, qui est le managing director de Carina, qui est anciennement entraîneur des Springboks, et John Phelps, qu'on présente non plus, qui est le founding member de Carina, et qui nous a amené le Beachcomber World Cup Dance en Maurice. John qui va nous expliquer, qui va nous donner des informations générales sur le tournoi que vous connaissez déjà avec certaines innovations cette année-ci. John, we'll start with you and then we'll come back to the
Good afternoon, everyone. It's nice to see so many familiar faces. When we first came in 2015, our vision was very much to create the most unique rugby tournament in the world that combined top-class rugby in the most luxurious setting in the world. So in an atmosphere that both the players and the fans could enjoy. We knew this would take some time, and we said that we would commit to 3 years in Mauritius, and that's what we've done, because we know that to build an annual event and a pilgrimage, you have to take time, and you have to start to work, and it takes time to work with your partners, and to find the ones that want to share the vision. So we believe that by the end of 2018, we would have worked out that Mauritius is the home for the tournament for as long as we can have it. We believe so. We're getting to that point. So today, with Beachcomber as our title sponsor for the second year, but they've also been with us from the journey right from the beginning, and we're very excited about that. And for me, they're the type of brand and business that also exemplify what we've been trying to do with the tournament. And when you see the footage, you'll see how we've developed over the last 2 years in particular, and how we've looked at building the off-the-field experience as well as just the on-the-field side of it, so the quality has increased. To build any annual tournament anywhere in the world, any sporting event, people have to know it's happening early, they have to plan, and they want to look to put it in. So this is why we're here in November, 7 months before the tournament takes place. And that's because for 2018 we have 2 very, very big objectives. Number one is to bring more overseas fans. Beachcomber are launching out some very exciting opportunities and packages that I've never seen offered to rugby fans before, where they can actually stay in these wonderful hotels, but also stay with the professional rugby players and mix and have the accessibility in a relaxed environment that really exemplifies Mauritius. And the second side of it is that we're going to look at working a lot closer with the rugby union and how we use the tournament to promote rugby and obviously sport in general within Mauritius. So these things take time to plan. So this is why we're here today. The interest is huge around the tournament now overseas. The international experience that we built up this year, we did an awful lot of marketing and work in South Africa in particular with Heineke to build up the understanding of tennis-side rugby, but also what the World Cup tennis is all about. So we're looking forward to that and bringing everyone here in June next year. Thank you very much, and thank you for supporting us as well.
But already 6 out of the 8 teams that are already confirmed. Wonderful news and wonderful teams. Very excited. My daughters will be very excited for a couple of these teams coming back. So, can you brief us on the teams?
Yes. Good afternoon. Sorry, my French isn't good enough, so I'll try and speak in English. Just want to say this morning when I woke up in one of the most beautiful locations in the world in a Beachcomber hotel, I truly believe this is probably the best place to host the World Cup tournament. So it's great to be back in Mauritius. It's always an honor to be involved in this country and to be in this country. And this year, I must say the interest has been overwhelming. Obviously, all teams want to come to Mauritius. Even it's a busy rugby schedule, whenever you send out an invite in there, teams wants to come to one of the most beautiful parts of the world. And I also think now with the marketing and the videos going out, there's much more awareness about the tournament. So I really hope this tournament this year will be the best ever. And one of our main goals was to improve the quality. No disrespect to the first tournament, but we had great sides. But if you can see, like last year, more and more teams are sending their top players and a lot of the top legends as well. So the quality this year is probably going to be the best lineup, I believe. So it's my honor to announce the teams. The first team back is the Vodacom Bulls, the reigning champions. It just shows the quality of the tournament that teams do want to come back and want to come back to this tournament and this location. So the Bulls are going to be the first team back. Then I'm also quite happy about one of the powerhouses of French rugby joining us, Montpellier. They're really doing well at the moment, and they're one of the top teams in world rugby, so they're joining us for the first time. Very happy to have them on board. Then also one of the top teams in the English Premiership, the Newcastle Falcons. They're coming down for their first time, so great to have them involved. The fourth team is the French Pyrenees. They are returning after a great stint last year. Then one of the crowd favourites is the Asian Pacific Dragons, or the African Pacific Dragons. They're coming back to the tournament. And then, like I said, it just shows that teams do want to come back. The Sharks, one of the strongest teams in South Africa, was here in 2016. They missed last year's tournament, so they're back as well, our 16. And then we're busy with teams from the USA, Argentina and Japan to allocate the last two spots, so that will be named soon. So I'm very, very happy about the quality of these teams. If you look at last year's tournament, there wasn't easy games. It was much better rugby and it was quality games. So I think this year the spectators can really look forward to some great teams, some great names in the rugby fraternity. So yeah, very, very happy about this tournament. I think it's going to be awesome, and we just need the people in the public to come there and support the tournament.
On a des sortes de formation, on a des centres de détection. On a embauché il y a 3 mois un ancien grand joueur de rugby, Jean-Baptiste Goblet, qui est en train de faire un travail énorme. On a embauché un directeur général qui fait tourner la Fédé aujourd'hui, mais pour pouvoir promouvoir le rugby à Maurice, des tournois comme le World Cup 10 et le tremplin pour que le Maurice soit, je ne vais pas dire que ce soit porter l'image du rugby et de Maurice en même temps, faire du tourisme rugby comme on peut faire du medical tourisme. Moi, mon but, c'est de faire du tourisme le rugby avec le tourisme. Aujourd'hui, grâce à Beachcomber, on peut le faire. Voilà un petit peu ce que le tournoi nous a apporté. Et surtout, il y a beaucoup de jeunes qui veulent faire du rugby. Et on entraîne ça, je lance à mon ministre de tutelle de nous trouver des places pour pouvoir jouer, que ce soit pour les jeunes ou pour l'équipe nationale. Voilà, merci.
Merci. Une transition excessivement facilement par le tourisme rugby, puisqu'on a parlé de l'intérêt de Beachcomber associé au World Cup 10.
Quand John est venu nous présenter son projet il y a 2 ans, on venait d'arriver avec Nicolas, mon adjoint directeur des ventes, qui est un passionné de rugby plus que moi. Je ne suis pas un spécialiste du rugby, je le deviens après 3 années. On n'a pas hésité une seconde et on a dit oui à sa proposition d'un événement unique. Je ne vous cache pas qu'on a dit oui tout de suite parce que son projet était prévu à une saison où on adore avoir des événements, il n'y en a pas vraiment. C'était au mois de juin, donc on lui a dit oui tout de suite. Et puis cette idée de rugby, cet esprit que tout le monde vante, l'esprit d'équipe, cet esprit de ces valeurs du rugby qui sont aussi les nôtres, comme l'a dit notre CEO l'année dernière, nous intéressait. En même temps, on venait de créer chez Beachcomber un département spécialement dédié aux événements, supervisé par Ariane ici présente, qui se consacre uniquement à l'organisation d'événements. On a déjà à son actif l'UTRB, le mountain bike avec le MTB, et puis donc le rugby venait compléter, et il y en aura d'autres encore à venir. Mais je crois que John et l'arrivée de Heineke l'année dernière nous a nous a assuré, il nous a rassuré sur la pérennisation d'un tel événement. C'est pas évident de monter un événement comme ça et de le mettre dans le temps. Donc nous, on fait confiance, encore une fois, et je pense qu'il faut le soutien de gens comme la fédération, comme monsieur le ministre, et puis je pense aussi de notre CEO qui a dit oui, spontanément. Et donc on va pour une 3e édition qui va, vu les équipes annoncées, qui va encore être plus beau et plus grand. C'est vrai qu'au début, le public n'a pas été très présent. 2e année, un peu plus présent. Et la 3e année, je pense que ça va commencer à faire boule de neige. On va s'adapter. En tous les cas, l'année dernière, on est devenu title sponsor. Cette année, on recommence. Et on est extrêmement content et fier d'être partie prenante de cet événement réellement unique à Maurice. Voilà.
Monsieur le ministre, on vous écoute avant de voir le film. Je sais que vous étiez présent cette année-ci, on s'est vu. Et je sais qu'à travers tous les programmes que vous êtes en train de lancer au niveau du ministère, vous voulez vraiment pousser tous les sports, mais le rugby aussi. On vient d'en parler avec Arnaud Zoué les dimanches. Donc, pourquoi cette association du ministère avec ce tour?
D'accord. First of all, I would like to congratulate the whole team for this beautiful competition this year. I had the opportunity to have to play some rugby with our friends at Mayburn, justement dans le cadre de Amuseway. It was wonderful. Le ministère, donc, depuis que je suis arrivé à la tête du ministère, j'ai dégagé une stratégie le sport de masse d'abord, que toute la population mauricienne puisse pratiquer une activité sportive, mais aussi d'aller dans le sens de grassroots level, dans presque toutes les disciplines. Demain, on démarre avec le football et pour le rugby, ce sera de même. Donc, nous avons eu l'occasion de discuter, les officiers du ministère et au niveau de la fédération, pour que nous ayons vraiment une bonne base au niveau de rugby et de faire monter le sport. Et je dois dire aussi merci à Beachcomber. Donc c'est ce partenariat privé, fédération, ministère, donc ce trio gagnant est très important. Ici nous parlons de rugby, mais c'est important dans beaucoup de disciplines. Où nous avons l'aide et le coup de main de tout un chacun. Le tournoi de cette année, de l'année prochaine, ce sont des tournois très importants aussi, puisque l'année prochaine, nous serons à la veille des Jeux des îles. Et donc ces tournois deviennent des compétitions, des training camps pour nos rugbyman qui, je suis sûr, vont faire de leur mieux pour les Jeux des îles. Donc, c'est pour cela que le ministère et moi personnellement, je m'associe à tout ce que la Fédération de rugby fait, au Beachcomber pour le sponsoring. Et donc encore une fois, thank you everybody. Hope that we can travel a long way together for the benefit of the rugby. Thank you.
Merci. L'année dernière, on était parti à Grand-Gomme, à l'école de Grand-Gomme, avec les joueurs du Bulls. Juste pour que vous sachiez, il y a maintenant une école de rugby pas très formelle, assez folklorique, et les enfants de Grand-Gomme jouent au rugby.
Ils s'amusent, c'est ça le plus important.
Ils s'amusent,
oui,
ils sont ouverts, ils parlent dans les endroits où il faut parler.
Exact.
On peut voir le film?
Big honor to be involved with the Beachcomber Mauritius Tens. The great thing about the tournament is it's teams from all over the world, teams that doesn't usually play each other.
I'm Victor Matfield, I'm the coach of the Dragons, and we had a great seventh of touch rugby competition here on the beach at La Victoria in Mauritius, and fantastic day.
as the years go on, this might become a really nice, like the Hong Kong Sevens always have a nice event. Maybe this can become the event that everybody comes to and have a good time.
When I joined the club in sort of mid-July, the guys had just returned obviously from some Super Rugby matches, but they spoke very highly, especially Nolis and David, and some of the players that were present spoke very highly of the Beachcomber Mauritius 10s, and clearly sort of rejuvenated them, going through a tough season, and just allowed the coaching staff to continue the program with the athletes. And this year, obviously, we want to go back and do extremely well and defend that title. But we've also got plans to make sure that our wider group is involved there as well. So we'll go there with 2 goals: one to maintain our and build up our training intensity with the mindset around preparing for finals, and then obviously the players who specialise in 10s will be involved in that tournament, looking to defend the trophy.
We've actually one thing to extend the tournament to 3 days for next year. So we'll start on Friday afternoon, and that's twofold. Obviously, as we said, is to build the week and the experience as well. But we'll play 1 round of matches on the Friday after school and after work, so people can get into the atmosphere and the party. We'll then play 3 matches on the Saturday, and the semi-finals and the final stages will be on the Sunday. And part of that's also from talking with the teams and working on their from a performance perspective, because as you saw from the photos, the finals start to become pretty hard work, and the guys are smashing each other pretty hard. So we wanted to put in a little bit more break so that the Sunday final stages can become even more of a spectacular from a TV perspective from spectators. So we're looking forward to that. We'll also be pushing quite hard this year, and again with the earlier launch, if you like, is to encourage. And we're developing the amateur open tournaments as well, the satellite tournaments that we play over the weekend. And that playing on the Friday just gives us a little bit more time during the Saturday and Sunday to have some of those matches at the stadium, during the ground, during the weekend. So the men's, the women's, the touch rugby, the social events, this is all about encouraging people to come along, enjoy, have fun, and then watch some great rugby.
Des questions?
What are the stars what we are expecting for 2018? The stars, what are the stars that we will have in Mauritius for the 3rd time?
I think for the teams itself, it's probably a little bit early for them to go, but they've all, as Hanneke said, what we're seeing now is and you heard it there from Mitchell, they're going to bring their strongest sides. So, if you look at the lineup of those squads, the potential of those could be fantastic. We will also, again, build on the legends and the ambassadors, the likes of Victor Matfield and some of the guys and Yannick Josian that we had this year, because we see that those guys have also the opportunity to go into and do some outreach programs and get some inspiration for kids. So we're working on that soon, and those announcements will come early next year.
I've heard that the entry would be free for next year. Is it confirmed or not? Or those coming will have to buy a ticket?
It's not confirmed yet.
C'est bon? Good? Merci beaucoup. Merci, Monsieur le Ministre. Merci, Pascal Volontin. Thank you for the time.